On the last episode of the Lagers Off podcast, I attempted to rap. I would like to apologise for any second-hand embarrassment this caused to both Martin and the audience. I hope you can forgive me and we can move on from this sorry affair. Now please let's enjoy the next episode of the Lagers Off podcast. Thank you.
The Lagers Off.
A very somber start to the proceedings tonight.
What did you think of it? Nice,
your apology.
Yeah.
I thought it was founded. I don't think it was.
What that means.
I don't think it was unnecessary. I think you probably had something to say. We all witnessed your terrible faux pas last episode, so I'm glad you set the record straight. Unfortunately, it does make you sound like a politician who's being caught with a sex tape.
It wasn't far off, though, was it? The embarrassment. Oh.
The second embarrassment. I know you've been putting some shorts up about this, and it looks like I'm weeping. And I mean, technically I was weeping, but...
You didn't like that short, did you?
I didn't like that short, no.
Yeah. Well, I suppose there was a little bit of revenge in that.
Okay, right. Hello.
How exciting, though! We've got a new idea. We've got a new concept.
Would you like to go in? Are you going to give away our concept to everyone?
Yeah. So the concept is heaven and hell. I should say be a heaven and hell, really, shouldn't I? So Martin suggested that I choose our stash of beers this time. And I had the idea of buying... Now, there is a theme for the heaven ones, which I'll explain in a bit. But I had the idea of buying the beers of ones that I just didn't like the sound of or like the look of. So that would be Beer Hell. We're going to start this episode with Beer Heaven. So they're the ones that I thought I like the look of, the types of beers I now enjoy. So what we haven't discussed is, where is the Lagers Off in this? Are we still going to go down that route? It's a lot riskier with Hell next episode.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's massively risky. I really don't know, because you could be Lagers Off in here because you've purposely chosen some that you feel that you won't like. So, I mean, I think we go for broke. I think during the Heaven and Hell, we might very much have a Lagers Off, and we might actually have to record a soundbite for Lagers On.
God, I don't know how many episodes we're in now, but it seems wild to think that we might have a Lagers On.
It does, considering you. Well, we went out this week, didn't we?
Yeah.
And it does seem strange, considering we only drank cask beer all night.
Yeah, we did.
And you didn't even grumble about it once. You weren't like, "What's that?" or anything like that. You just
yeah, it was nice.
drank.
There was some good beers. You know what I didn't like, though? I didn't get to use the Wetherspoons app.
That's because there was 3 people in there.
Because we were sitting near the bar and there was never anyone at the bar. I still would have used it if you hadn't stopped us, though.
I hate the concept of that app. It's like begging.
Begging?
Well, first of all, I don't like Wetherspoons very much, although it does do good cask beer and it's very cheap. I just like to say
for a round?
I was just about to say, we were paying £3.76 for 2 pints.
They were decent and all, weren't they?
2 pints. Yeah, it was bonkers. But yeah, I don't like it. And then the thought of actually having some on table service. Mind you, I've got to say the staff in there were absolutely appalling. There's no friendliness in the Wetherspoons at all, is there?
Certainly not that one. But, but we're not 70-year-old full-blown alcoholics, is what they used to. So
we'll have to. So anyway, so we had a drink and we had a cask beer. So I think it's only apt. I think your palate has changed considerably enough to be able to actually be judgmental in the right way.
Yeah, definitely. I enjoyed it as well. So this week is Heaven.
Oh, so you're introducing them now.
Am
You're
I
taking my
introducing
job.
them? Well, I'll tell you what, you introduce them as normal, and then I'll tell you why I picked it as heaven.
Okay.
Is that all right?
Yeah. Right. Okay. Oh, sorry, I dropped my microphone. I dropped my microphone and nearly broke my glass. Right. Okay. So this week we have pressure drop. One day we'll all be crabs. A New England IPA, 6.5% ABV. Dan, why did you choose this one?
I just like the name.
Sometimes that's the best way.
And also, I think from general just drinking a beer, if you wanted just to chill out and have one beer, a New England IPA with this type of percentage is great.
I think you've really turned the corner on an IPA, haven't you? You just really like an IPA.
Really like that. Oh, look at the colour of this.
I haven't opened mine yet.
So I tried to research why this is called One Day We'll All Be Crabs,
Right.
and I don't get it. I couldn't find anything.
Who knows? Does it not say on the can? Nope. We don't know. Could be anything. So New England IPAs, or NEPAs as they are known, are quite a distinctive flavour.
You know what that smells like? You know when
Ganja.
your washing hasn't cleaned properly, dried properly.
Yeah, it's dank. That actually, have you ever been in a brewery?
Yes.
That's what a brewery smells like.
Mm.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. 6.5%. So, oh yeah, there you go. Tasting notes. Dank.
Really does say that?
There we go.
Well done. Hang on. The crab body form has naturally evolved many times from different evolutionary lines. Is it the perfect form? No.
That sounds a little bit craft beer wankerish.
It does.
Right, so this should be, because it's a New England, it should be not very bitter. It should be, always hazy. Should be quite fruity as well. So this is like passion fruit and pineapple and stuff like that.
Cheers.
It's got an unusual hop in as well, this one. Anyway,
What is it?
we're in danger of talking too much about beer. Right, cheers, bottoms up.
We'll reserve judgment. Are you all right?
Yeah,
I thought you froze there.
No, sorry, I was getting the flavours and the tastes in there. Yeah, it was nice. That's we'll see. So this is heaven. This is Lagers Off Heaven, and this is chosen by you as something you think you would like to drink.
Yeah.
So we should be expecting a strong Lagers Off here, really, shouldn't we?
Yeah. See, this is the fun thing about this, because I've picked them based on largely the names of the beers and what the can looks like.
Yeah,
I could get this wrong.
yeah, but sometimes that's the best. Sometimes that's the best way. I think it doesn't matter. Picking it by cans is as good as picking it by anything else. I think so. You got to go.
There's a couple of
usually the good cans are usually the expensive ones.
yeah. There's a couple of hell ones that are going to be interesting.
I'm looking forward to it already.
Good stuff.
So what have we been up to then? Have you joined the gym? That's the question on everyone's lips.
No, but listen to this. Next week, I have a 25-minute video session with a nutritionalist.
What?
Yeah, I joined this online diet and fitness thing, and part of it is you get a couple of sessions with a nutritionist or a dietitian.
Are they going to say, all right, fatty, stop eating? That's what the doctor usually says.
Yeah, they might do that, but I think it's probably going to be a little bit more about asking us what I eat and then saying, don't eat that.
Yeah. Yeah, what do you eat? Chips, sausages,
Richmond in
Richmond
particular.
sausages, kebabs,
Pizza,
pizza, curry,
burgers.
burgers. What do you accompany them with? Always salad and some chips. Yeah, they're just gonna have a field day, aren't they? Going to be like, well, stop eating that and eat avocado.
Yeah. My problem isn't education, though, it's motivation.
Where do you stand on the humble avocado?
I love it.
I think I quite like it. I never used to. It's grown on us a lot.
It's got a bit of a reputation of being like snobby or posh or something, but it's just a fruit. It's just a fruit, isn't it?
86 pence each.
Is it a fruit or a vegetable?
It's an avocado pear. Have we had this discussion before?
I think we
It
might
rings a
have.
bell.
Yeah, yeah. Good with eggs. Avocado.
Good with salad as well. Interesting. Yeah. So I haven't joined a gym. Although I've been doing a bit of DIY, and that feels like a workout in itself.
That doesn't count.
And we had those battering by the wind, didn't we, recently? And
What was the storm called again? It was like an Irish name, wasn't it?
Owine.
Yeah.
Owine.
Yeah. So I nearly drove into a tree because of that storm. I was coming round the corner at a roundabout, and I was looking to see if anything was coming from the right. And as I turned left, a big, massive conifer was across the road where I was turning to do. And you know when your brain catches up with you? Because I just saw this big green thing in front of us. It was a massive tree that had fell. And then I realized, my brain went, Dan, you're going to crash into a tree on the road. And I squealed in the car.
Hang on, though. So you hadn't seen it in the
I
middle
hadn't
of the
seen
road?
it. No.
Were you paying due care and attention?
It wasn't just in the middle of the road. It was a big sort of, I don't know
Across
how many
the
feet
road.
it was, across the road. Yeah. You know, the
Were
massive
you-
conifers.
Yeah,
It was one of them.
But I'm worried about you driving now. That's getting us a bit more.
Well, yeah. But I didn't crash. So there's that.
You've got to pay attention when driving, Dad. If you're going to miss a tree, that's the
But you
the
don't
moral of
expect
that
the tree
story.
to be in the road, do you?
True, very true. But it could
Where's
have
that
been
in
a
the
child.
highway code? Huh?
Could have been a child. How if you can't spot a big fuck off tree, how are you going to spot a child? Well,
Right, point taken.
I had a desperate time. My garden fence blew down.
All of it.
No, just one panel. But it was like it's got concrete posts in it, and it actually snapped a concrete post.
Did it?
I mean, the concrete post was probably rotten as well, but it was like, oh dear. So I got up for breakfast, and I had my breakfast and went to work. Came back, and there was like half a fence. I was like, what the hell?
So is that your DIY you've been doing?
Well, I got a builder to come. Does that count as doing DIY?
No, and it also doesn't count as exercise if someone else was doing it.
I know I did help him put the panel in, which took us about, a good 8 minutes.
Well done. Yeah, I hope you
But
wrote
I've
it
been
down.
doing other bits and pieces, and not so much DIY. It's just been walking around. You know, when you have to forget a tool and you have to go in, you forget a tool and you have to go upstairs, and you have to go back downstairs and to the garage and stuff like that. So there's a lot of walking. Did 4,000 steps just doing my DIY.
That's good. I don't know.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, well done.
So no gym yet, but
No gym.
I've
But we're
done
on
some
that.
steps.
We're on the road, mate. We're on the right road.
Road. I am healthy eating again. Back on the low carb diet. And I'm down. See, I'm struggling now because I'm lost because I've got a weight management app, and it wants us to do it in kilos. Now, I know what a kilo is. I know how heavy a kilo is, and I know like how heavy a ton is. You know, you can perceive it, right?
Have you lost a ton already?
Oh, but I've been looking at it, and I've got no concept of what pound is in relation to your body weight. Like I'm stones and pounds the whole way. So when it comes to kilos, I've got no idea what that is, no concept of what
Why
it
have they
is.
done that then? Are you on some French app or something?
Yeah, le fat loss.
Put down that baguette. Oh, God.
We're getting into apology territory here.
Yeah. I'm not doing another one.
Yeah, so a kilo. So I've got to like convert everything. So, but I have lost a couple of kilos. I think I've lost 5 kilos altogether.
All right, that's good. Yeah.
Is it? Who
Yeah.
knows? Who
Yeah.
knows? Because £5 isn't good,
Yes, it is good.
is it?
Well, in a couple of weeks it is. If you lose £5 in a year, then that's not good.
I think it's 2.2 pounds to a kilo.
How many kilos have you lost?
Or is it 2.2 kilos to a pound? Who knows?
Yeah.
I've forgotten.
You've lost weight anyway. That's
I've lost
the
some.
main thing.
Yeah, I've lost some. 5 kilos. 5 kilos.
Yeah, we need to sort our weights and measures out if we're going to update on this.
No, this is terrible. This is terrible.
Yeah.
And then the other bit that I've that I've had now. So now that I'm doing, now that I've been doing a bit of DIY, I'm having to be carefully choosing what bins I put things in. So I had an instance where my bin got refused to be taken away, and I just thought, aren't councils shitheads?
Well, I don't know if I mentioned this on the podcast before, but we actually had someone sent out to our house to discuss bin management because we weren't managing our bins correctly.
Is that like the bin equivalent? Is that the bin equivalent of social services?
Still going to take our bins away into care. I mean, how patronising is that? The councils are spending money on this shit. It's like, that's just, it blew me away that this woman knocked on the door and said, I've come to tell you how to use your bins properly.
What were you getting so wrong? Were you like turning them upside down or something?
No, I think what had happened is we'd either missed a week in one of the bins, so we're backed up. So we were putting stuff in to try and catch up, and like they now don't take it away if the lid doesn't shut.
Right.
And we left the bag near the bin to see if they would take it, and they wouldn't. And I think the bin men grassed us up.
For leaving the bag next to it. Well, have the bin men got nothing better to do? Do you remember the good old days when they used to pick up your rubbish and put it in the bin truck?
Yeah. But I think it's because we never tip them. I think there's a bit of...
Who tips the bin man?
Loads of people tip bin men.
What?
Yeah, like you see them sometimes at Christmas and they've got like loads of crates of lager and stuff like that. I know.
Really?
Yeah, it's a thing. Mate, I've got a mate who's a postman. You get like £1,000 extra at Christmas on tips. It's crazy, man.
For what? For delivering your letters? The one that costs £1.60 a stamp?
I just don't get tipping anyway, mate. I just don't understand it.
Well, that's new to me. I didn't know there was. You were readily meant to be tipping your services people.
So I reckon if you tipped your bin men at Christmas, they would turn a blind eye to the extra bag. So
our bins. I mean, we got done for putting like some. I think it was like some soil or something in it. Like just like you try and sneak something in. But because of me DIY and me, I mean, I've had a couple of men in. It hasn't all been me DIY, so I don't want to make this sound like it was me. But I had like a door taken out and a wall fitted into place, like like covered up the door. And I went to put something in the bin, and it was full of plasterboard. And I was like, they're not going to take that, are they?
No, just cover it.
That's what I'm going to do. Just hide it with a load of bin bags. And then we've got. Have you ever had a food recycling bin?
No.
When we first moved to this house, this council was doing food recycling. You had like this little grey box that you had to put your slops into.
Fuck that. That's ridiculous.
The stuff that like not long after we got here, but yeah, that's what you used to have to do.
That'd be classed in the summer, wouldn't it? When everyone puts the food slops bins out.
They had like I had like a lid on them and I had like a charcoal filter in it, so they were like meant to be smell proof.
That's ridiculous.
No. Food slop waste. But I don't even understand. I don't even understand why that would be a thing. I don't.
Well, where would that go?
Exactly. I can't understand why it's so much of a problem. Food slop just goes in the bin, doesn't it?
But yeah, is it like being delivered to starving children in Africa or something?
They go to the pigs. That's what they used to say when we were at primary school. Put it off there. It goes to the pigs.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, we had we've got like a garbage disposal in our sink, so literally everything goes down our sink now and into the waste pipe, which is great.
I think I was reading the other day that you know how council tax is going to be going up. There's a council, I think it was in Bristol, they're talking about doing 4 weekly collections of bins.
What, 4 per week?
No, like every
Oh,
4 weeks
every
they collect
month?
a bin. Yeah.
Jeez.
So I think it was like 2 weeks then recycle, and 2 weeks then you
Bins.
bin. So you're
That's
waiting 4
ridiculous.
weeks. That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. What's it going to save? They still need the bin men. They still need the wagons. I don't
But people
understand
are
what
just
that
going to start
says.
fly tipping and
Yeah.
throwing stuff in bushes.
Which is an absolute trick.
Yeah.
Fly tipping.
But that's what people will do.
So it got me thinking when we were talking about the council law, because it was because I was not as bad as your story, because I was thinking like, oh, I'm not taking your bin because you've broken a rule. And then I was thinking about when you get the elections coming up and you get all the pamphlets through the doors for elections, and it's like pictures of people trying to be elected, like pointing at things like that. And there's always some, I'll go with a grumpy face on like this, like. And it's always bin collection and refuse,
Yeah.
the state of the roads,
Yeah.
dog shit. You
Dog
can't be a
shit.
councillor without caring about dog shit
Yeah.
and planning permission.
I think they're the main local
Gotta be.
council big ones, aren't they?
Got to be.
Yeah.
Got to be. And then everyone in combat to that complains about council tax.
Yeah. I like it when you get a breakdown of your council tax every year and it says you paid this much and this percent went to the police and the fire engine. So, hang on, I've not called a fire engine this year.
But when you need them, you've just paid in.
Well, that's true. That's true.
It's like the NHS, isn't it? You don't need them until you need them.
Well, yeah, but you don't get an itemised breakdown of where your money's gone for the NHS, do you?
Good job.
No, 2% sending someone out to tell people how to put shit in a bin.
That was someone's job. That's what blows my mind.
I mean, it's just patronising.
Were you rude to them or not?
It wasn't me, it was Sarah.
Was she rude?
I think she was a little bit rude. Because it takes you, like, it's an insult to intelligence, isn't it? I've come out to show you how to put stuff in a bin. I mean...
Gee, thanks.
Oh, you put it in the bin? I've been stuffing it in my mouth.
Oh yeah, the council you've got to live with them, have you? You can't get away from them. So
Yeah, I suppose.
I had a building enforcement notice as well once because the chimney pot was starting to collapse, and I hadn't noticed it, and someone grassed us up to the feds, and I got a building. Got something, I can't remember what it's called now, like a Section 68 notice or something like that, which was, if you do not fix this, we are going to take our big one and bum you. It was
How
like
much
little...
of a bored bastard do you have to be to notice someone's got a wobbly fucking chimney and then grass them up?
Well, it backfired because I phoned him up directly. This guy who said it. I phoned him up and I said, and he was shirty with us straight away. So I said, I'm phoning from this place about this section, whatever letter it is. Yes, well, I can't talk about that. I said, no, you've put the letter through. Of course you can talk about it. And then I got really shirty then. And then it was shirty versus shirty. So he got ruder and ruder. And I just said, hang on a second. You sent me a letter threatening legal action if I don't do something, and you don't expect me to be a little bit upset in the fact that you maybe should have knocked at the door first and said, excuse me, or wrote us a letter and said, do you know this is happening, or something maybe instead of taking legal action. Oh, hang on, my heart rate's going up.
Yeah, you better, all your alarms are going to be going off.
So I was really, really annoyed. And then I phoned him back, actually, and and I apologised, and he apologised to me. So it had a nice ending.
And then did you smear dog shit on his car handle?
So I fixed the chimney.
Oh, God. You give in. You've lost.
I fixed the chimney, and it turns out it wasn't even our chimney. I forgot about that ending.
Oh, I've got one for you. I need your advice on this, actually.
Oh,
So for the past few
citizens'
weeks,
advice.
there's been a car outside of our street. Now, our street parking space is like a premium, like real estate in there is. So we park in the same place. We've lived here years and years and years, and it's kind of that unwritten rule, isn't it?
No.
That everyone knows where everyone else parks.
No.
Hang on. So we've got two cars.
You think you've got your own parking space?
Yeah. So Sarah parks outside the garage, and I park opposite, right?
So you've got a garage as well.
Yeah, but no one puts the car in the garage now. Anyway.
Hang on.
Right, I don't think...
Hang on. I rule in favour of the prosecutor.
You haven't even heard the facts yet.
I've heard enough.
Well, you're not the council, yeah. Fucking hand-fist council.
Hang on. I demand you send them a Section 68 notice.
Well, so there's this car that's been parking in our space for the past few weeks, and what happens is they park there and then it doesn't move for like a few days.
It's not your space.
It is our space. We've claimed it through it's reclamation rights. Look it up.
What squatters' rights is that?
Kind of.
Is it like when you tend to a piece of land and you can claim it after so long?
Yeah. It's exactly that. So anyway, I know legally you can't. It doesn't matter. It's a bit of road that anyone can park on. However, sometimes when you come in with like bags of shopping and you can't get parked outside your own house because some fucker from another street has parked outside your house and walked round to theirs so they don't have to block their street. It's quite annoying.
This is, I can tell this has actually been bubbling away for a while, hasn't it? This has been getting on you.
So tonight, me and Sarah were like, let's write a letter and put it under the windscreen wiper. And just say, can you not park here? This is our space.
But then, not your space.
Yeah, but I know that. But they might they might go, shit, I better not park here again.
They might go, fuck you, that's not your space. I'll park where I fucking well want on an open road.
I have thought of that as well. And I don't know what so do you think I should just get on?
Well, if I had that passive-aggressive letter on my window, my passive aggression would come out and I would park there every single time I could and leave the car there for weeks on end.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, what about this? If I put a letter on saying that my elderly relative who's in a wheelchair needs access to this parking space, otherwise they can't get in and out of the house.
Then you need to apply to the council and have a disabled spot put out on the street.
Oh, God.
And then I would go for a disabled badge just so I could park in that outside your house.
What happens if I just let the tyres down?
Yeah, I mean, they'll probably stay there longer, though, if it's anything like me. You'd be like, oh, no, my car's broke. Oh, fuck it, I'll do something else.
Yeah, you've been no help here, really.
I'm sorry. I know I do actually feel your pain, and I do actually get your indignation about it, because we used to have a similar problem where we had like a space that we park at that was next to our drive, and someone used to make it. We had a bit of a war.
I don't want a war. I just want them to stop doing it.
Yeah, but you haven't got a leg to stand on, so I'm sorry. So hang on. Guilty.
Look. Shit. We're going to prison now.
Right, mate. Okay, so it's been a little bit of an interesting one for the first Loggers Off Heaven. So just to recap, this is a pressure drop from Nottingham. Mm-hmm. I think they're from Nottingham. Are they from Nottingham? Oh, I've said it now. N17, yes, Nottingham. One day we'll all be crabs, a New England IPA, 6.5% ABV. Is the lager on or the lager off?
The lager is off. No brainer.
Did it do what you wanted it to do?
Yeah, I think it's pretty safe, isn't it? It's a safe drink. Having a
It's pretty nice, isn't it?
it's nice.
I have to say though, it's a little bit uninteresting.
Well, like I say, most of these are picked on the names of the beers, as we'll see later on. It's fucking stupid ones.
I've seen the box, so I know exactly where it is. Well, right, okay. Well, we'll log us off for the first heaven.
Yeah.
So next week we go into hell, and we'll see what hell brings.
I've just realised something. We've just spent this entire episode whinging about councils and bins.
That had dawned on me as well. Do we need to do another apology video before
we
next
twats?
week? No, we're just
Have we
men of a
become
certain. No, we're
old
men of a certain
twats?
age. So yeah, this has been the council episode. Why not?
Don't write in.
Council tax is too much.
Yeah. Leave comments if you've got similar bin problems. Oh, and actually, I need some. If anyone's got any advice about the parking situation, I'd love to hear it.
Yeah, it can turn into a life hack.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. On that note, let's go and be sad about councils.
Yeah.
Right. I will see you next. Oh, do we need to do some socials? Yes, I think we do.
Oh, we had a troll.
A troll?
We had a troll message in our one of our shorts. Shall I read out?
Yeah, please. We like the trolls.
That was a bit fun. I love a troll. I think it's because they tell you something you already know, and it's like, mate, I can't be more disappointed with myself than you can. So it's just you're telling us something I already know.
Can I just ask, have you put a short on of the rap? I mean, that really needs to go out there, doesn't it?
However, I wonder how many people noticed the AI rap I put on at the end of the last episode.
Can you short that as well?
Yeah, I'll do a show for it. So, we got a comment. Our short was around double denim. If you remember, we talked about that recently. And we said that double denim was back. So, Golf Life _ said, "No, it's not back. It never was and never has been. Have you seen the state of you two? Both of you two was never that guy and never will be." 3 laughing emojis.
Which guy?
Talking about fashion. 2 laughing emojis.
Which guy?
I don't know. I don't know who he means. I think he's trying to say that we were never fashionable.
I mean, that's a brave move for someone who can only see us from the tit up.
I mean, it's true. It's true.
I mean, absolutely.
Every word of that, apart from the first bit, is true.
Yeah, I mean,
but double denim is definitely back.
As you see from the Instagram that I put up, I was rocking a croc and a sock in the snow the other day.
Yeah, we're not a fashion podcast. We don't claim to be fashionistas.
I love a troll. Yeah, please troll away. I love it.
Yeah. Anyway, that was fun.
Okay, so we are at the Loggers Off podcast, pretty much everywhere that you can find us. Download the full episode if you listen to this on Spotify and on other podcast distribution facilities. Is that right?
But yeah.
Aggregators, different. Who knows? Then Instagram. Dan's making lots more content. No pressure for Instagram. So come and have a look. And we will see you next week.
Good stuff. See you later.
See you later.
The log is off.